Right on time today. Nobody's
right.
pooping today.
I'm holding it.
Both of us going to hold it all episode?
Did you go before the show? I didn't go this morning. I didn't get a chance to.
No, I did.
Oh, you did? See, I'm just a ticking time bomb because I didn't go in the morning. The show is going to get real antsy. We're going to speed up the second half of this show, I'm predicting.
Okay.
So,
I'll hit this intro right now.
I don't got to go now. I mean, like, it's that kind of like feeling that like when there's like rain,
it's
like in the forecast, you go outside, your knees maybe start to hurt a little bit.
Ooh.
You can smell it.
Aching knees, huh?
No, I don't have the aching knees. I mean, I got, knee stuff, but...
You ever had to poop so bad your knees ache?
Oh, well, your legs ever fall asleep? Oh, man.
Oh, that's...
The first time my leg ever fell asleep, I stood up and I fell over, and I literally hit the tub. Oh, it was not a good time. Since then...
Number one podcast in America. God bless us.
We here.
We steer.
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is GPS.
You made it. Don't forget, we are in podcast form. Apple, iTunes, Spotify, links in the description. Go give us the listens there if you don't want to see our faces. Some say that's a better selling point. Don't like our faces? Our voices aren't that good either. Fudge. We have very little to offer.
It's gonna be May.
Yeah. Neither one of us have good, radio sounding voice. You know what I mean? I'd say both of our voices are slightly annoying, actually.
Yeah. No, I've gotten that my whole life.
Yeah. I don't have a good voice.
I think you have a good voice.
No, not a lot of people say that.
I think you have a good voice.
Well, thank you.
I like your voice.
Hello.
That's not your voice.
Yes, this is how I talk now.
It's
welcome to the GPS. You want to talk football, Big Tom? Ooh,
Big Tom, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, we're just going to do this in a different voice every single time. That really confused the podcast listeners. Like significantly. They tune in.
We should just record an episode that's completely different for the podcast and see if anybody notices.
It's complete, like we don't even talk about football.
Yeah.
Or 100%. We talk about a very niche thing, like just like hyper specific thing.
Yeah.
Like
not Pokemon. Anything but Pokemon.
No.
Music.
Well, we got a lot to talk about because a lot has happened since the last time that we talked on Monday. Robert Saleh has been fired by the New Jersey Jets. And that waking up yesterday, going about my morning, I'm like, all right, I got to do this. I got to do this. And then looking at my phone to see that he was fired was oh crap. Because I think everybody could sense that things weren't going well, obviously, with the Jets.
Sure.
And maybe Saleh would be on the hot seat. But you and I talked about it like, hey, if they don't make the playoffs or, they don't go make a deep playoff run, like then you potentially get some firings, Hackett and you get Joe Douglas potentially. But right after week 5, woof. That I think was the biggest shock that it's happening so early. We just got into October.
Yeah, it was. I mean, everybody was surprised. And it's because Robert Saleh has not gotten the wins with the Jets.
No.
Right? Record's bad. We know that.
Correct.
And we've talked about it on here before. I don't think he's the right guy to be a head coach.
Great defensive coach.
But yeah, his defense is always good. He seems like a guy that players like. I know the defense, they were very surprised he was gone. He just didn't seem like the type of coach who's going to get fired mid-season, is what I'm trying to say.
And we're not even the midway point, right?
Yeah.
Like this seems, I think, again, you could understand, you mentioned the record, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned like the locker room, the locker room, there's a lot of talk that was going on. And you could look at Saleh's performance as a head coach and go, hey, that wasn't up to par.
That sucked.
The issue that I have is that this narrative of, oh, well, the Jets are a quarterback away. They're a few offensive linemen away, right? If you knew that Saleh, if there was any shot that he was going to get fired after week 5, bro, what are we doing? You have a whole offseason to address this, right? And now it's like, all right, let's Jeff Ulbrich, who apparently has the respect of the players, like, and rock and roll with that. I'm also looking at this of going, okay, maybe even let's just say the defense stays the same. How does this fix the offense? Where does the offense improve from Robert Saleh being fired? Because you look at Nathaniel Hackett and like, he's Aaron Rodgers' boy, but like that's where it seems that, and everything that's come out about it's been weird, and like why, and they were talking about security, then there wasn't security, then he wasn't allowed to talk to the players, anything. It's like this just seems like it was.
There's a lot of
info
great. That was out and then redacted and then out in a different form.
I hear that. Yes,
but I mean,
reports.
If Austin Powers, if those films can improve an NFL offense, Nathaniel Hackett just needs to spread his wings and fly, Tom. If Austin Powers can't fix an NFL offense, the Jets are fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So fucked. Usually, like,
I think he's 3rd on the depth chart.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Oh, yeah. Well, Rattler's going to start this week.
Is he definitely starting?
Allegedly, I think, yeah.
Oh, look at that. It'll be fun
to
see.
There's a good chance he starts this week.
Okay.
What was I saying? What was my brain thinking, Tom? What was my brain about to think about?
Nathaniel Hackett, Austin Powers, fixing teams, let him fly, spread his wings.
I mean, I covered a lot there. I really did.
You did. I mean, honestly, you covered.
Yeah. Oh, it was one of those pieces of information was that Robert Saleh wanted to fire Nathaniel Hackett.
Yes.
And that was like the last thing. But then it came out he wasn't going to fire him, but he was going to demote him to not being the play caller.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what the Broncos did. And my suggestion would be to bring in Jerry Rosburg, but he everything got better when Jerry Rosburg came in for the Broncos. So the other guy there is Todd Downing. That's who was going to come in and call plays. Don't know if that's going to fix it for him. You move your defensive coordinator, Ulbrich. I call them Ulbrich. I don't know which is right. He seems like a good guy. He seems like somebody maybe you would want possibly for a head coach. But again, he's a defensive guy. So to your point, I don't know what this solves right away. And unless they're really going to evaluate Ulbrich as their head coach, because we already know what's the problem is. Their offense is not good. Their offensive line is dicey at best. Aaron Rodgers already has like carte blanche for play calling, right? Like him and Hackett, they're going to do the same thing, and they're throwing 50 times last week in a loss. Like I don't know what improves outside of one X factor is Aaron Rodgers just starts playing a lot better. And at his age, I don't know if that's possible.
Sure. Monk would have been it for the kitty. Good start firing him. Yeah, so Jets fans, that's what I want to talk about too, because Jets fans are like, hey, if you listen to like the media, it's a lot of just like crapping on Rodgers and crapping on the Jets and what have you, right? And because people are just going to take shots. But I'm looking at it from the standpoint of be like, I get it. I get that there was a lack of satisfaction with Robert Saleh. Again, I don't know though if firing him right now, like you were saying, I don't know what that fixes.
Yeah, but on the flip side, maybe it's just one of those things where the change happens and it's hard to say why it worked, but it does.
Sure.
And I go back and forth. Like, I don't know whether this is a good or bad move for the Jets for this season. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, like my feeling is they have this offseason to try and nail it. Because who knows how much longer Aaron Rodgers can actually play. He's been banged up the last 2 weeks as well. Knee injury 2 weeks ago, ankle injury in this last game. Like, I don't even know if he's going to be healthy by the time the season ends. It's like they got to get an offensive guy there who can say no to Aaron Rodgers, who can say this is what our offense needs to do to succeed.
And
but then when you do that, like, does
the
defense take a step back? Like,
yeah,
you're never just a quarterback away. Unless you're the 2019 Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the 2011 Denver Broncos, and those quarterbacks are Peyton Manning and Tom Brady.
I mean, the Vikings were a quarterback away when they got Brett Favre, and then Brett Favre threw an interception in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, it's
well. But to Monk's point, though, right? If you can't do a complete rebuild, we've gone too far. We passed that.
No, you don't bring in Aaron Rodgers for a rebuild.
We passed that a while ago. The good news is you only gave up a second rounder for Aaron Rodgers. The bad news is that you brought in Alan Lazard, Nathaniel Hackett, and basically catered to everything that he wanted, which makes sense at the time. But again, now, like, hindsight's 2020.
Yeah,
you don't have the luxury of doing that. Like, what do you do if the Jets don't have a great record at the end? You drafting a quarterback? Like, what? You know what I mean?
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. I just think that firing a coach week 5 is not a sign of an organization that is like, yeah, we're rocking. Like, that's a desperation move.
You think?
Right? Because it could, like, and listen, it's like you said, I'm not even poo-pooing this and saying it can't work out, because maybe it does. Maybe
they've got so much season left.
On, and they're just like, okay, I don't know what changes, but maybe Rodgers starts playing better. Again, I don't know how the offense is going to be radically different unless Rodgers like, this is my offense now. I'm calling everything, and I'm having full, total control over it. And when you have your owner coming out and they're asked about Hassan Reddick, who still hasn't shown up and is literally would rather go, I'd rather lose millions of dollars than step foot on that field. Okay. And him going, well, you're gonna love it here. Just get in your car and drive down 95. It just doesn't seem like there's a resemblance of a plan going on. And it seems like things are just being done on a fly. And when you're bringing in Aaron Rodgers and this is your make or break it season, it just doesn't seem like this is a good indicator of how things are going in New Jersey.
I agree with all of that.
Also, Monk.
Hey.
I haven't heard that in a while. Yeah, I haven't heard that. Appreciate you, Monk.
It's the reason it might work too is because the division's very winnable still. That's a huge reason. The Patriots are very bad.
Yeah.
Maybe the worst team in the league. The Dolphins, they got to win this week against those Patriots. But until Tua's healthy, they're also outside of Tua, they're already dealing with injury problems again. So it's the Bills and the Jets. And the Bills have lost 2 in a row, and after 3 great games, something doesn't look right with the Bills. So it's a very division. So that's why, like, as crazy as it sounds, I kind of agree with Woody Johnson, like trying something drastic here. But when you have to do this, say the team that fired Nathaniel Hackett after Christmas. We fired that motherfucker after Christmas here in Denver. Then we hire Sean Payton. Tried to make it work one more year with Russell Wilson. They just moved on from him after that. It's a long process if you're trying to figure that out. And where Russell Wilson was no longer like effective as a quarterback, the Jets could be in the exact same situation where they're hiring their next head coach this offseason. It's a guy they're excited about. They think can fix things. But that coach better be your actual leader and not Rodgers. Like, Rodgers might have been able to get away with that when he was still an elite talent. And he has some of that in there. He's going to be able to make up for some deficiencies. But so far, we have not seen Aaron Rodgers be Aaron Rodgers.
Except like that Patriots game.
Level, if he's that second tier of very good, your head coach better be the guy who makes the decisions and not your QB. And I don't know if Aaron Rodgers will stay there if he's not the guy making those decisions.
Well,
but it feels like it's on a trajectory of being a failed experiment, right?
And Sebus, happy
It's
freaking
not.
fracking birthday. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, 40?
Let's go.
Yes, we got another one. Yeah, baby. The
Also,
40 Club.
Perna.
Oh! Oh, Lord Taco. Woo. Got my taco senses tingling, baby.
I think that was just your nipples.
Dude, I feel tacos in my nipples, don't you?
You feel
If I ever can't do football YouTube, I'm just doing tacos in my nipples YouTube.
I didn't know that was a demographic.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of nipple taco heads out there.
Oh, it's not taco nipple, it's nipple taco?
Huh?
Is it taco nipple or nipple taco? I feel like it has to be taco nipple.
Taco nipple? I don't know.
Perna raid. Who the fuck is Perna?
I'm the man who loves tacos, Cam.
That's right, baby. That's right. That's right. Wait, whoa. Listen, you gotta. It's Lord Taco. Come on.
Johnny John John!
Just because the Jets fired their head coach after week 5 doesn't mean we get away from tradition here with the Scooter Railway. Come on now.
Okay.
Also, yes, everyone stay safe. And yes, there's a fundraiser that actually started last night with Chaotic Good Sports that is for
Nice.
Convoy of Hope, that is raising money for those impacted by recent hurricanes and also preparing for Milton. So if you want to donate there, there's great places to go. Direct Relief, Convoy of Hope we raise money for, but there's a lot of great local charities as well.
Have you seen that dude who's just going to ride it out on his boat?
Florida man is
He's known as Lieutenant Dan. It's I think a TikTok account following him, trying to convince him to not ride it out on his boat. And his whole thing is the boat rises with the water. I'm going to be fine. So,
yeah, stay safe, folks. If they're telling you to leave, leave. Like, just,
Yes.
get those pets, get the family, and just go. Just go. Just go.
I believe.
And Joe Hendry. But yes, so I think you mentioned, right, because like maybe Ben Johnson is going to be somebody that the Jets are going to be looking to bring in. You're talking about offensive guys, right? Ben Johnson might be a hot ticket after this upcoming season. What do the Jets look like? Let's just play this out.
Sure.
Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say they make it into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say make it into the playoffs. We're far away. Make it into the playoffs. Maybe they win a wild card game. Maybe they don't. Who cares? But they don't win the Super Bowl, right? So they get bounced in the playoffs. As a head coaching prospect, I think this is a very different situation than the Tom Brady one, where you would have a lot of people jumping at, hey, let me go and coach, a veteran QB, an elite talent, and, let's get one more shot at the Super Bowl. I don't know if a Ben Johnson looks at the Jets organization and goes, yeah, that's going to be great. Because instead, it seems like whoever's going to take the job is going to be walking into a ticking time bomb and going, hey, this works, or you're full-blown rebuild.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're looking at Joe Douglas now. If this doesn't work out, it is not stopping at Robert Saleh. If this doesn't work out, it is not like, then you're going Joe Douglas, you're going Nathaniel Hackett. And if their owner is willing to just fire their head coach after week 5, I don't know if that gives me a lot of comfort of, hey, I'm going to go be a head coach here.
Sure.
I
think for Ben Johnson, because we saw him put pause on the head coaching process last offseason, right? Decided, no, I'm not going to do it. The Jets better pray. If they want Ben Johnson, the Jets better pray that the Lions just win the Super Bowl, because
they don't have to know.
I think the only way like Ben Johnson goes, okay, I'm 100% going to go capitalize on this opportunity is if the Lions are Super Bowl champions. It's like, I've accomplished everything here. Let me go get that, take it to the, the next phase of what I want to do and evolve in my coaching career. So they gotta pray for the Lions win a Super Bowl. But I think other than that, you're right. And I think again, it comes down to they got to find a coach who is at Rodgers' level in terms of being confident.
Yeah.
And because it seemed like, so there was that weird comment right after it was after the Broncos game, and they talked to Saleh first about all their false starts.
Yep.
And he was like, maybe, we got to simplify the cadence or something like that to avoid it. Like not like a shot at Rodgers. And then they asked Rodgers, what do you think about Saleh saying you should simplify the cadence? And then Aaron Rodgers had some like snarky, maybe we should just hold guys accountable. We didn't have this issue a week ago.
Yes.
He like gets so defensive about it. And it seems like Robert Saleh is like, yeah, well, okay, if you want to keep the cadence however you do it, like that's fine. That's probably what he said afterwards. It seems like Robert Saleh is the type of head coach who's been like, Aaron, yeah, do your thing on offense. But when it's not working, they need a scapegoat, or that's where that's the area I don't understand, right?
Sure.
Like everybody wants to say this is Rodgers' decision. I don't know if it 100% is, because I feel like Saleh's placated to him, which Rodgers wants, but Rodgers also wants more accountability across the whole team. I don't know if you can have both, I guess is the point I'm getting to with it, right?
Well, you look at how Brady did it, right? Like that up until the bye, that Super Bowl year, they're not great. Like they're struggling. They look like an okay team. And then Tom Brady's like, I'm going to run what I want to run and basically just do it my way. And they won a Super Bowl, right?
Well, they ran what he wanted to run after the Super Bowl, but he had Bruce Arians keep it balanced.
Yeah.
But he also was like, give me Antonio Brown, give me Gronk.
Yeah.
And that was a team that was already pretty damn good.
The defense
was insane. The skill position department.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
It just doesn't bode well because, again, this is a desperation move. When you're firing your head coach after week 5, regardless of how, and again, it could work. I'm not even poo-pooing the idea that maybe something, I don't know what's going to change. Maybe they go and get Devontae Adams and somehow, some way, Rodgers playing better.
They need it more than ever.
They need a lot of things. But I don't know, man. And if you're Devontae Adams, do you even want to deal with this?
No.
Because
I don't want to go to the team that just fired their head coach.
You like Aaron Rodgers, but
that's
when you see the smoke, there might be a fire there.
Mm-hmm.
You're going from the Raiders to the Jets, your team who fired their head coach.
Exactly, Kate.
Midseason last year. You got the coach that you wanted, and now you're not sure. You don't have the right quarterback, and I don't know where Devontae goes.
And
apparently the Chiefs are the only team who have said they would offer what the Raiders wanted, but the Raiders are like, no, we're not trading you to the Chiefs.
We'll give you what you want. We want a second and also a future second. Okay, and like, no, not you.
Anybody but you, damn it.
Yeah, exactly, Kate. And I think that's where a lot of Jets fans fall. It's like, again, it's not surprising that people were unhappy with Saleh, right? I totally get that. And again, after the season or even later in the season, if things weren't working out. But week 5, and you have your owner coming out and saying, I didn't want things to progress, until we got too far into the season. And I get it. You give Jeff some time to, be the head coach and really kind of have basically a whole season to run the team. But it just seems weird. And it seems like the timing is off. And again, in terms of immediate fixes, I don't know if this provides one. So like there's gonna have to be a lot of evidence that shows that this was the right move, and I don't know if we're gonna see that. So
Quentin, you're gonna have negative yards this week, my friend. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Also, I got a bone to pick with Kay Adams. Everybody loves Kay. She's great. She's perfect. Her show, she's awesome.
Great.
And she even gave Pat Surtain a great compliment. She said, we are watching our version of Darrelle Revis, which is such a nice compliment. It's such a nice thing to say about PS2. But Kay, we are watching our generation's Champ Bailey, not Darrelle Revis. The fact that you missed on that one. Oh, it's Champ who is better than Revis. I get in arguments with people at least twice a year about who's the better corner, and it was Champ Bailey over Darrelle Revis. Back to the Jets quickly.
Charles Woodson's better than both of them. So
Robert Saleh is a part of the problem. I think Joe Douglas, as you said, is the other part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like the thing though with Reddick holding out, their defense still getting pressure. Their defense still getting sacks. So it's like, if Reddick does play, does he make their defense that much better, or do they really just not need him? Like,
And so now we're just like staring at each other and waiting for somebody to do something.
yeah. I don't
Virtuoso.
know, man.
So I saw this too because there was also just like a crap ton of crap yesterday of like, oh, security's dragging him out and all this stuff. And then it was like, well, the head of security walked out with him, which is like standard procedure or anything like that. There wasn't, a confrontation or anything. Then there was talk about the Lebanese flag too, which doesn't make sense because he wore it last year and also did not get fired that entire time, right? I don't think, and again, the security thing got overblown. So
is Brett Favre their GM? If he was, then I would believe it.
Brett Favre's like, hey, I don't know about that one.
If you don't know, Brett Favre had a few tweets just going off about flags, people flying flags in their yard that weren't American flags. He's trying so hard.
Trying to get it.
Bless
yeah, we're gonna talk about other coaches, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The Jets, they're who are they playing this week? Oh, they're the Bills.
I do like the idea that Woody Johnson didn't know Robert Saleh was Lebanese and found out in that game, was like, wait, what the fuck? I can't have that.
But again, I had it for a year. So
yeah,
man, it's just
nope, fired.
It is
a McFly shirt.
It's beautiful. It's at MetLife too. They're playing the Bills on Monday night. You fire them for a division rival game, which is really important.
Yeah, that's what's crazy about it. It's like, oh, if they win that game, they're in first place. And a lot of times you get that instant win when you fire your head coach. You get that, oh God, everybody's job is at risk.
Yep.
Let's go out and play our asses off. We get a win. So it might the Jets might be in first place next week. We might be saying, oh, the Robert Saleh firing is looking okay.
I just don't know
it's
how
looking
that immediately impacts the offense.
Yeah. Run the fucking ball first, New York. That might help. You got Breece Hall and Braylon Allen, and just get back to running the ball. Running a little bit. That'll help your offense, I swear.
The Raiders got to do something on offense to make it into scripted. They're in every fans, obviously, but they just haven't done anything. So
the team they just lost to is the Vikings. That's a good football team.
Yeah,
it's not like they went to London and lost to, the Panthers or the Raiders. They lost to an undefeated football team, 1-2, which has been the story's been Sam Darnold. But the thing that's keeping Vikings in all these games, their defense is playing just insane right now.
Yeah.
So it's a respectable loss.
Sure.
But who else is on the hot seat? I want this to be a sexy segment, Tom, but I don't think very many coaches truly have their jobs in jeopardy right now outside of Doug Pederson. And Saleh got fired after the London game. The Jags play in London this weekend. And there was an observation out there that Joe Philbin got fired after the London game. And oh God, who was the other coach? Oh fudge! I just said it in the video. The other coach to get fired after the London game. Help me, guys. Help me.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh my God, I just talked about it.
Was it the Panthers?
No. Who was the other coach who got fired after the London game?
Formally, I like the way you put that. Yeah, basically solve problem 6. Exactly.
Oh, fuck. Exactly. Come on, don't make me pull up my script.
Difference in narrative would be Love is younger, 1. 2, the Packers are leading on a strong run game when the Jets aren't, and they have Breece Hall. I would think that kind of would be the big identifier there. But again, it's just because you're not expecting a 40-year-old man to throw it 50-plus times with Breece Hall. I think that's the larger narrative there.
I said it was Joe Philbin, and where the fudge is the other one?
They were, and then he took it all away.
Was it Todd Bowles? That sounds right.
It's all right. We'll wait, Perna. It's all good.
I'm not gonna find it.
That's Ken. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to Minnesota. I don't think he's going to the Vikings.
Dennis Allen. It's Dennis Allen of the Raiders.
There you go.
Thank you, guys. I see Dennis Allen in there. I'm
Gotcha.
like, he's not fired.
Preemptive.
And he's on, there's literally, I think, only two guys possibly on the hot seat right now. Doug Pederson, maybe Dennis Allen. But those 2 wins early on bought him some time, and now his quarterback's hurt. That's going to buy him more time.
Correct.
And he's got a chance, if Rattler, if he does start, if he comes out and plays well, then, But, like, Kevin Stefanski's team is not doing well, but that's because of Deshaun Watson. You're not going to fire the guy who won Coach of the Year last year, are you?
Well, Steven won.
Oh, yeah, Steven did.
Yeah.
Kevin didn't actually.
His cousin won, so, yeah.
But other than that, like,
who
are you looking at in terms of, like, a coach you can fire?
I know Eagles fans are like, Nick Sirianni. I think this season, he just had a bye week. They're supposed to get back A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Lane Johnson be coming back too, which would be a big boost for them. Yeah. They're going up against the Cleveland Browns. It's in Philadelphia. I think they should be able to get that win, especially just how putrid the Browns offense has been. But in terms of, I think that those are the major ones. Like Eberflus, that Caleb Williams playing better. The Bears are winning some games.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of calmed down a little bit. Yeah, I think Pederson is probably number one, but they just won their first game. Maybe they're going up against the Bears.
Yep.
So if the Jaguars are able to pull off a win against the Bears, maybe, rights the ship a little bit. Just a little concept.
That's the thing. It's like this one was a surprise, the Jets. And typically you're looking at a team that has like 0 wins at this point, or is so, and the only team that's close is the Panthers. But I really don't believe Tepper's going to do it again. I mean, if anybody would, it might be him.
Tepper's
but they can't do that. They switched to Dalton. The Eagles, Howie Roseman they don't seem like a team that's going to do that. They go all in October. They're trying to find that extra piece to go all in and win. I don't think they blow it up right now. I think they feel like a front office, if they're going to make that change, they're going to do it at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, there will be a handful of coaches fired after this season, but I just don't think we're going to have another one in season. The funniest division right now, because you're looking at records, right? You look at the record, like, is that coach in jeopardy? Go to the NFC West. Right now, the 2 most losing teams, the Rams and the Niners. Is Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan on the hot seat? Like, that's how you'd play that game? No, of course they're not.
I mean, they're obviously both dealing with a ton of injuries, too.
Yeah.
You got to hope that. Moosey, can you stop chewing on your nails? Hey.
The Patriots, they're not going to get rid of Mayo yet.
No.
The Titans, they're not going to get rid of Callahan yet.
No.
The Bengals are 1-4. Ooh, maybe.
So much fun.
Maybe Zach
Taylor, but again, like they had a really impressive outing. However, you look at some of the reasons they lost that game, and a lot of blame goes to Zach Taylor. But at the same time, like they're trying to turn the ship around. I don't know firing your coach right now is going to do that.
No, because their issue's been like their defense couldn't.
Defense is awful.
But their defensive coordinator, Lou Anarumo. Lou Anarumo. How do you say his last name?
Hold on.
He's good. People fucking love Lou, is my point. Despite my inability to look at his name and say it correctly. But like Lou's been a dude, they're like, maybe this guy should be considered for a head coach the last couple years. Like, their defense is struggling with a guy who is a good defensive coordinator. And sometimes, like, we just want to look to the coordinators because it's, like, the easiest thing to pick out and be like, fix that. Usually it's a multitude of things.
Kevin, happy freaking fracking birthday. Let's go.
Another birthday? Yes.
Let's go. Party got a fitty. Oh, yeah. Real quick. Let's talk about that, Brandon.
Alter it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what happened to Curse Wheel there, buddy?
Chiefs are uncursable. Chiefs are uncursable because they are the devil. You can't curse Satan himself, Tom.
Well. There's only one Satan team, and that's the purple incarnation of Satan.
No, it's the red team. And look, they're both undefeated.
I know.
Dude, Satan.
if there
Is
a
this the
Super
year
Bowl,
of the devil? A Vikings Chiefs Super Bowl?
I will be the biggest Chiefs fan. We would have to stream that game together.
Oh my god, it would be amazing
it
for
would.
streaming purposes.
I would become the biggest Kansas City Chiefs fan. Oh man. No shot.
Oh.
That would be.
I would be the big. I would be. You were Tom.
You dressed
Who
up
would
as
I be?
Tom.
I would no. I got to get my own name, my own Viking alt ego. Braun. I'll be Braun. Braun.
Braun Strowman.
Braun. What's that?
Braun Strowman. He's a wrestler.
No.
Oh.
No more wrestler or fucking Pokemon references. You guys know I don't know any of those references, so please
That's not true.
stop.
That's not
Stop.
true. You know who Pikachu is? That's not true. You know
It's one.
Pikachu. You know who the
That's
Undertaker
one.
is?
That's one.
Yep, 1-1.
Dude, I know. I knew I was cursed when you know who DeAntword is?
Who was?
DeAntword, you know them?
I don't think so.
The duo, the band, the trio.
What do they sing?
Rich bitch. I think you're freaky. Oh my god. If you don't know just do yourself a favor
Okay.
and watch some DeAntword videos.
I gotta listen to Ghost first, but yeah.
They're out of South Africa. They're amazing. I actually watched their documentary, most of it last night. They dropped a new song, and it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. And
Don't worry, A1, I got you, by the way.
A1.
Go Chargers, go.
Go Chargers.
And the new song, I believe, is
It's true.
Pikachu. It's called Pikachu.
Oh? So hold on, Mr. No Pokemon, and then immediately makes a Pokemon reference. Just saying.
Yeah, was it
I don't
Pikachu?
think so. Lions, I think, are closer to winning a Super
Oh no,
Bowl,
the
so-
song is just called Pokemon. It's just called Pokemon. And
you
I
like
was
it?
like, I've already had football. The thing I love, football tainted with Pokemon.
Gotta
And
get
now
more.
I'm like, oh, cool. They dropped a new song. Oh no, also tainted by
But is it good?
Pokemon. What's that?
Is it
Dude,
good?
their song they produce nothing but bangers, Tom.
So you just gotta. Okay, so why is it called
Yeah,
Pokemon?
it's good. It is good. They are maybe quite they are in terms of like, and it's not even music that I normally listen to. It's
Okay.
like
Yeah, what's the genre? Like-
electronic rap would be the best way to describe it.
okay.
They're maybe some of the most innovative musical artists of our generation.
Whoa. All right.
Visually, musically, they are unique. Do yourself a favor. But Pokemon, I'm like, I can't escape. I can't escape.
So you know
this.
you have to like you're gonna memorize the lyrics, right?
Banana brains, you're the apple of my eye. Stay with me tonight because I'm having the best time of my life.
But wait,
Banana brains, you're the apple of my eye.
this is the Pokemon song?
Yeah.
Where is it about Pokemon?
Oh, it'll get in there.
No, now
I whistle, then you sneak into my lonely heart like peekaboo. Now every time I think of you, not by my side, I dry my eyes. I just want to sing lullabies to my little butterfly.
Hold on. We need to. What is this? How do you spell this band? Name?
You're so cute. Like it's DIE.
Oh, Antword. Got it.
Yeah. DeAntwood.
Okay. The first thing, catch me like I'm a Pokemon, you and me. It go on and on. I'm lighting you, I'm Pikachu. Try to keep up, make me want you to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I swear, well, you'll watch one video and then you're going to go down a rabbit hole of watching all of their videos.
He says Pika Pika.
Yeah.
You like a Pokemon, baby. You want me to catch you, huh? What you gonna do when I start coming at you, huh? You very mysterious lady and you exactly my type. Yo, I'm gonna get you, baby. It's just a matter of time. Is this person is this person safe? What's you the
Don't you
lightning?
worry.
I'm the thunder, baby. We caught in the storm. You hiding from the hunter? I'll see you short. This sounds like a predator. This sounds like they are following this person.
Just, you'll see. You'll see. I haven't watched the video for it.
You'll
I don't
see.
even know if there is a video for it yet.
Okay.
Anyway.
Interesting. Die with a fitty. Finding new ways to prove the Jets are still the Jets. Ben Johnson. Yeah, no, Ben Johnson's happy right now because he could contend for his Super Bowl. You know, that's what I'm saying. I always forget how long that clip is, but it's
It
such
goes.
a great. Your
It just
beard
goes.
was so full. Damn. In that clip,
I know.
your beard is crazy there. Appreciate you, Terry. And
I
Jess,
could grow it
Jess,
if I wanted. I like keeping a little trimmer these days.
makes sense. First Super Bowl MVP.
I don't need anything to help me look older. So
I agree with you though in terms of I know we're getting back to the point about coaches being fired because I feel like the Jaguars getting a win last week helped, and the last 2 weeks they've been playing better. Like, right, they almost beat the Texans, they beat the Colts. If they can get another win now, okay, like maybe things are getting better. I'm not even saying Peterson survives the season, but I don't think there's any teams that are jumping to fire their coach after week 5 right this second, because a lot of the bad teams, it's not just because of coaching.
no, it's usually a lot of things going wrong, going south, going the wrong way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what a fitting.
And I mean, what I love about like the NFL season is just how quickly narratives and things change.
Oh
like,
yeah, it's a week-to-week league.
Through 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks were like, oh man, all the rookie quarterbacks suck.
Yep.
Last 3 weeks, Jayden Daniels might be the best quarterback in the NFL. Oh look, Caleb Williams now leads all the rookie quarterbacks in touchdown passes. Bo Nix and the Broncos are playing mistake-free football. He hasn't thrown a pick in 3 weeks. Like, obviously, 2 weeks is a premature judgment, but that's what we like to do when we're talking about this stuff. You just got to give a lot of things time.
Sure.
Somebody like Doug Pederson, you got to give him this season. Then maybe you make a change.
Yeah.
Dennis Allen, then maybe you make a change. After you get through this year.
That's what Jacksonville, too. You're looking at your GM and Trent Baalke.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's for Baalke, Joe Douglas, like the Reddick situation still not being resolved. That's a reflection on the Jets front office. If they can rectify it, I think if they do land Devontae Adams, if they figure that out, but only if Devontae saves them. There's a lot of pressure for Devontae to come in there and be the savior. Now, if he goes there like as a wide receiver, being like, yeah, I fixed the team. The last guy to like make a team legitimately a lot better by just showing up was Tyreek Hill for the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if Devontae does that, but it would be interesting.
Yeah, I think, because I've seen that about Harbaugh too. And especially this season, it's gotten a lot louder about letting him go and just kind of being upset with the way that he's doing things. I feel like because...
Dude, I hope the Steelers and the Ravens fire Tomlin and Harbaugh, and you guys are back down with the rest of the people desperately searching for their head coach. I want you to know what that feels like.
I feel like a lot of the blame went to their offensive coordinator last year. Finally got rid of him, right?
Well, last year they had it was a year before.
It was a year before that? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Year before. Oh, yes, because last year AFC
Monken,
champion.
Right? Todd Monken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because they had Greg Roman for a while, right?
Yeah, it was Roman. Roman numeral number.
Yeah, that was not good. I feel like the biggest problem was last year in the AFC Championship. You guys just didn't run the football. You're going up against a good defense, but you got away from your identity. But I am going to say that last line, he's wasting the best years of our players. Yeah. Do you know where I've heard that before? Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And saying, hey, we're wasting the prime. We're wasting the prime of Aaron Rodgers. We don't have a defense. The coaching is not good. Well, now for the Ravens, there is more stress because they are one of the teams that is like, hey, you only have this roster for so long. Like, to be as good as you guys are, you need to go out and like compete for Super Bowls. And last year, the Ravens got everything that they wanted and they came up a game short. So I feel like the pressure is amplifying some issues that fans are going to have with Harbaugh because it's not like, oh, we got Lamar Jackson, we have this wide open window. It's, hey, we have Lamar Jackson and this piece and this defense and all this stuff, and we don't want to waste their prime. We have a limited window to keep this team together to actually compete. So I get it. I don't know if the Ravens front office is actually going to make a move based off of it, though.
No,
I would be very surprised if they did.
He's far away from a hot seat.
But
rough start to they lost a couple games early. It feels like they're figuring it out, and they won a division game in overtime. A game they probably shouldn't have won. He's got a Super Bowl win with Joe Flacco. If they can get back to the Super Bowl with Lamar, which they have a good chance to do. Their defense is always good. Now they've got a running back they can lean on. Lamar only has one interception this season. The only quarterback who started every game that has fewer picks than Lamar Jackson right now is Josh Allen. Things are good for the Ravens right now. I'd say they're very good.
Well, I mean, if they lose that game, I think there's a different narrative. But yeah, I see. If they can, again, if that offense can be
the Ravens and Broncos winning 3 games in a row together.
So if he was either alive, now he's dead, or he was dead, he was really dead. What else matters? What else matters? You walk through it. Everybody either puts a thumb up or thumb down.
Haven't played that one in a while. Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's talk about that Monday night game before we preview Thursday. So the Chiefs, bro, they dominated that football game. That defense was disgustingly good.
Defense is dumb.
The defense is so good. And Mahomes, again, he threw for a bunch of yards, had the interception, but that defense is going to win them so many football games, and they're going to get healthier on offense. And, Rashee Rice, it doesn't seem like it was as serious, but he's probably still going to be out for the whole year.
Yeah, but he tore his LCL, which I have also torn. So let me tell you, Rashee, you're looking at your future, buddy. This is it. I'm a LCL survivor, and this is your future. It's actually way easier than ACL. Way easier. I tore them both at the same time. I had my LCL surgery first, and I was like, oh, nothing. Easy. A month later, I had the ACL surgery, and I was like, oh, God, I want to die. This is the worst. So he can make a full recovery. It's on the outside of your knee. So,
Yeah. You saved those kids from that burning orphanage, right?
That's I was saving children. I saved puppies.
Yeah.
I actually helped an old woman across the street with her groceries.
Nice. You tore your ACL from that?
Yeah, I was donating to the Salvation Army as well. I was just running and doing all of them. So, yeah, it was a very heroic effort by me. Doesn't get a lot of fanfare because I don't want the attention for it.
You don't want the attention. Yeah, it makes sense.
But, I survived it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if the Commanders are going to, continue this run the whole season. But, man, enjoy it while you got it. And it seems like Jayden Daniels is the guy. And that's the most important thing, because now you have a guy to build around.
Yes.
So now you're just having fun. Mustard face, what a day!
There it is. That's
for the kitty.
Looking for. All right.
I got you.
If worms had machine guns, then birds wouldn't be scared of them.
They wouldn't be. Yeah, it says also Jets being Jets. But yeah, so what are you gonna do, Brandon?
What do you mean?
The curse wheel was wrong.
I'm telling you, you can't curse the devil.
So what do you do?
Look how boring this motherfucker is now. I did a whole video about them being boring. And even in this game that they were clearly the better team, they were still so boring. Outside of Travis Kelce's one lateral. Which, by the way, I have never telegraphed a play in my mind so accurately.
Yeah.
I was like, he's going to pitch this back. I was like, he is already looking. And then he did it. And I was like, I hate this man. I hate him.
Yep.
I hate him so much.
I mean, they literally practice it. Unfortunate collateral damage. Maybe neither. Or maybe.
Yeah.
No, it's neither. It's neither. We'll see.
But yeah, the Chiefs defense is just so good right now. And I kind of talked about this in Winners and Losers, but
no, I don't think that came from a good account. I think that came from Like I saw that, I was like, I know.
The Chiefs, okay, so Rice is going to be out for the season. Hollywood Brown's out for the whole regular season. They bring in Kareem Hunt, right? They bring in Juju Smith-Schuster. The offense, like, they can lose all their skill players. And they can lose Travis Kelce, and their offense is still going to be fine.
Yeah.
They have figured out how to manage games. Mahomes and Andy Reid, they're too good together. It's the only way the Chiefs are in trouble is if they have similar injuries on the defensive side of the football, because Chris Jones is as important as TJ Watt is to the Steelers on that defensive line for him. Nick Bolton is just, he sniffed out a screen pass by the Saints so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And their secondary, they lost Snead, but they've got McDuffie, and I forget the other corner there. Like, they're good. If they lose players on the defensive side of the ball, maybe they're in trouble. But like, Juju Smith-Schuster could get hurt, and they could be bringing in fucking Michael Thomas right now, and it'd be like, oh yeah, look at Michael Thomas, still good. He could go down. They could call T.O., and T.O. would come in and be like, look, he's still got something there. Like, watching Juju
Not
just
yet for McDermott.
Tyrann Mathieu slips and Juju just runs for an eternity. Like, doesn't matter. They will put guys in position to be open. That's what their offense does. Andy Reid schemes guys open, and Patrick Mahomes, like Tom Brady before him, knows where those guys are going to be, and he gets them the ball. I hate it. It's infuriating. And they are the devil, and that's why they can't be cursed.
Well, because the Saints defense is good, right? The Saints defense, and I actually was watching that game. I don't know if it's a hot take. I'm not.
They
doing
made
it to
some
be
mistakes, but
hot to be a hot take. But like Xavier Worthy, like, it is clear that he's a rookie, and what I mean by that is Andy Reid. It's exactly what you said, is giving him opportunities to get open and trying to utilize that. But I think it's very clear that they don't trust him to be the number one guy there. And I'm not saying he can't be. He just looks like a rookie.
Yeah, it takes time.
He's a smaller guy. He's super duper fast. So that's why you're going to get end arounds. You're going to get go routes. But like, there's like, hey, deep ball, run fast. Deep ball, run fast. And again, he can learn a whole lot more. And I'm sure as he gets more acclimated with the offense, he's going to be more part of their game plan.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
like,
even Juju had that ball bounce off his hands and go right to
exactly
the Saints for the pick in the end zone. Like
Peterson before Zach Taylor, but yeah,
he made it. That's a big mistake.
Yeah, exactly. So they're still making it work with a rookie wide receiver, with Juju Smith-Schuster, right? They're still making that offense function,
and it's no surprise because they did it last year.
Correct.
Watch this bullshit once.
Yeah, Eric Mangini.
Mangini.
I just think that like it speaks to how effing good of a coach Andy Reid is. Yeah, and like Mahomes makes it happen, right? And they can lose. They lost their top wide receiver. They lost their top running back, and like Kareem Hunt still had over 100 yards. They just put him in. They're like, "Here you go, buddy. Let's go. You can go compete for a Super Bowl now."
Yeah.
Like, it's wild that they're able to do it. And again, just speaks to how effing good Andy Reid is, because he's just an incredible, incredible coach.
And what's really frustrating is their like offensive line isn't as
Coach Beal.
normally is this season. Like, they're not getting the best out of their offensive line, and they're still 5-0.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even pray for something to happen to that team because I feel like they'll just figure it out.
I don't think else.
Just weekly uncontrollable diarrhea for the Chiefs on game day. Every player, all the coaches can't even come onto the field because they all have diarrhea. That's literally the only thing I can pray for.
And maybe you just have to have poop on the curse wheel, and that's what it's going to do.
They try to run on the field and they slip and fall in their own diarrhea.
Yeah, Devin White got cut. Yep.
Yeah.
He dude, what a fall from grace.
His fall is crazy.
I'll never forget. This was years ago when he got drafted, and I was making like draft preview videos, and I put out a video saying like Devin White like might not be as good, and I got hated for it because I honestly, I didn't like his tackling technique. He just hit guys. Like, he didn't wrap up or anything like that. And I was like, this is where I see a flaw in the game. And listen, dude, he was amazing, for a run and good for many seasons. And then it's just kind of fallen off. So, not good. Not good. Colts, yeah, they're fine. But the Colts are in a weird position. They got to figure out what they're going to do on offense in terms of just, what do we do with QB situation?
Yeah.
But yeah, the Jets,
look,
again,
I mean,
it's never good.
Shane Steichen did a pretty damn good job last season. I think that's like you've got to consider what the coach has done as well.
Mm-hmm.
And with Robert Saleh, you could say he has done nothing for us.
It's fair. Good defense
outside of making us have a good defense.
Head coach Zach
But
Taylor.
also, Joe Douglas drafted Zach Wilson, right? Was that Douglas? Was Joe Douglas there when they drafted Zach
just
Wilson?
Inherited him. I forget the timeline off the top of my head.
Let me look.
At least like the Bengals are trending upwards. And I said this week that if the Bengals had lost this game just like it was, but they beat the Patriots week 1, the sky isn't falling in Cincinnati. The sky is falling because yet again, they have a slow start to the season. Their defense is not good. And so when Joe Burrow goes out there and has an amazing game and they play really well, and then again, you could look at coaching for why, one of the reasons they lost that game. It's, now the sky's falling because they can afford to lose, 2 more games the entire season, and we're heading into week 6. So at least they're trending upwards. It's just, is it too little too late? We're heading into week 6. There's a whole lot of season left. Maybe they're going to go on a run, but they're in a tough division. So, yeah, Seattle losing is not good. Seattle, but big game. This is where, great transition, Wolfpack. This is where we go to Thursday's game.
Hold on.
No, we're not going to Thursday's game.
Sorry, almost. Kevin said something. I want to look at the coach of the year guys.
Oh no.
Because I said, you're not going to fire coach of the year, right? Brian Dable. I think he's actually safe right now. Mike Vrabel, he's been fired. Stefanski got it twice. Matt Nagy got it. Jason Garrett got it. Ron Rivera got it. But now we're getting too far out from being fired. I think it's a good sign. I don't think it directly leads to somebody getting fired. Matt Nagy
did not end well for. Jason Garrett, eventually, but Matt Nagy didn't go well for. Vrabel didn't go well for. Vrabel.
Yeah, but Vrabel had been with Tennessee for a while, and that was just like something I feel like that run its course.
It's true.
And the Vrabel firing was kind of a surprise for everybody.
That was
dude. Andy Reid won it with the Eagles, but he's never won it with the Chiefs. That's stupid. Interesting.
Where's Matt LaFleur? He should be winning.
Bellet.
No! Make him come.
Oh, you cut it off. You cut it off.
I remembered. So, hey, listen, we'll see. And Darnold's playing well. Can we go to Thursday now?
Yeah, now we can.
This is going to be an interesting game. Yeah, the 49ers against the Seahawks. It's being played in Seattle. Both teams coming off weird losses in which there was a blocked field goal return for a touchdown in both of their games. And who needs this more? I think it's the 49ers just because of where they are in the division. The Seahawks are still sitting pretty. But both these teams are banged up. I think that this is one of the most unpredictable games of the week because you have division rivals, so that as always can go anywhere. But 2, very true sports. But 2, both of these teams are injured to hell as well. The red zone offense for the 49ers was non-existent last week. The Seahawks O-line and D-line was non-existent last week. And dude, this is a tough one.
I think what Seattle needs to do is just remember everything goes through Kenneth Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Get him involved, and you will be fine. Last week, who did they just lose to?
The 49ers? They lost to the Cardinals.
No, the Seahawks.
Oh, they lost to the Giants.
The Giants. That's right. That's correct.
Kevin, I'll never agree with this take. I'm sorry.
5 carries for Kenneth Walker. That's a problem.
Their O-line was nothing, but
I know, but like, just keep going. You got to have more than 5 carries. Even if you're getting nothing, you got to get that man more carries. I know they had him involved in the passing game, but like, trust me, Seattle, if you want to win this game, Kenneth Walker needs 18 to 25 carries.
I will never agree with this take because Mike Tomlin drags the carcass of the Steelers to the playoffs nearly every single year. And I get it. Then you're drafting too far out to get like those big meaningful players. I get it. I understand that. But bro, people would be dying to have first round playoff exits. If you offered that to the Panthers right now, be like, hey, would you like your season to go to the playoffs? I get it. Yeah. But I don't think that. I think that just shows how good of a coach Tomlin is. And you just don't have the roster to compete. And again, I know it's really tough when you're drafting kind of middle of the pack every single time or later half of the first round. But then you start getting more involved in free agency. Like you go out and you get Patrick Queen.
They just need more dynamic QB play.
Yeah. I mean, Stefanski, with Watson, dude. I mean, they're just in an unwinnable situation. The team will get better when Nick Chubb comes back, hopefully. But yeah, you're just in a situation where the offense is just awful. When they brought in Dorsey, people were like, huh? It doesn't look good. But I think Stefanski is safe right now. He is. But yeah.
I think that's another GM who needs to be evaluated. Browns GM. Where's his glowing eyes now?
Browns ownership. Look at that.
Andrew Berry.
Yeah. Division? No, but you'll see it in a different form at some point. It'll be a different form. Listen, but if you can beat the Chiefs, that's what matters. That's what matters.
Oh,
but anyway,
boy.
who do you got for the 49ers Seahawks game? Ron Perna.
Oh, God.
I worry about Steven. I worry about him.
I guess the Niners,
I'm not confident. I think the 49ers are going to have better results on offense because they're going up against a decimated D-line of the Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's also which Seahawks team is going to show up.
I
it's
think
going to be a good game, though. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I just need to see some more
I agree, Matthew. Could be
consistency from Seattle, I guess. I'm not going to count out the Niners. Wish they had McCaffrey out there, but they don't, and it's going to be a while before they do. So, unless that injection gets things going, whatever they put into his Achilles, fix it, Germany.
Can they, Wesley? Sure. I think it's going to be real difficult. And then for Jesse, but that was my problem with the Bengals before, and I got a lot of heat from Bengals fans. Which, by the way, I like the Bengals, but their defense was not good last year, especially their secondary. Their run game was not good last year. And now, again, Chase Brown, they're giving him more opportunities, and I like what he's doing there. Joe Burrow looked really good this week, but the defense has not been fixed. The defense has gotten worse.
Yeah.
So
the Bengals are in a weird situation where
I don't think so.
They kind of better win now.
Yeah.
Are they going to pay Jamar Chase? I really don't know. Are they going to pay T. Higgins if they don't pay Jamar Chase? Nope, I don't think they will. They're going to pay other guys to stay on defense? I don't know. Last time you're going to have maybe Chase comes back.
Yes.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I think Chase is probably going to come back. If there's one guy they keep, I think it's going to be him.
We'll see. We'll see if they do it. They should have already done it. They just cost themselves so much more money because there
you go, Caleb.
Showed exactly how important he is to that offense.
But not Vikings purple. Very clear.
Purple, huh? Like an old lady? Got that purple hair?
No, I don't see Belichick or Vrabel going to the Jets right now. And plus, those are defensive guys.
I'd love to see Belichick go there.
Dude, him and Aaron Rodgers.
It would be so funny.
I mean, Bill Belichick loves Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He loves him.
He loves who Rodgers used to be.
Oh, so that's not great. There you go, Perna. Great. Recommending that. No, that's not great.
Yeah, alleged. I've never heard it.
That's not ideal.
There's a okay.
Black and blue, bro. The NFC North is insane. Insanity. Best division in football. Let's go. We're gonna get. Yeah, I think you keep Harbaugh for now. You don't fire a. And again, this is just gonna sound bad for the Jets. If you're competing for a Super Bowl this year, which the Ravens I think are, you don't fire your head coach after week 5.
Dude, go ahead. I want Ravens fans to put together a petition and demand John Harbaugh be fired.
Watson gets
Please do.
excused. Watson's injured. He's injured. Dobbs gets no respect. What? Who are you talking to? Don't blame him for bad. Okay. He's coming back this week. So it's
Romeo Dobbs?
Yeah. Romeo Dobbs, who's coming back to practice this week. Looks like it's all water under the bridge. Everything's fine. I don't know who we're talking to. We're going at. It was a curse wheel. Or Taylor Swift. Maybe. If she's got her own
above
curse
the
wheel.
curse wheel,
Oh,
Taylor.
bless you.
She's on that level.
Mahomes so overrated, Ream schemes everybody open. No, I think it could be both. I mean,
It is
like
both.
that's why it's that trifecta. Right now, you could honestly say it's the defense too.
Yeah.
But like for a bit, it was you have one of, if not the greatest tight end in Travis Kelce. You have Patrick Mahomes, who is an insanely elite quarterback, and you have Andy Reid, who is like the best coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
So like that combination, they're really damn good.
Until like defenders can tackle Patrick Mahomes consistently, he's always going to have the advantage.
Against Commanders? Bro, that would be a
is just-
huge win.
One of the most untackleable quarterbacks there is.
Save the Titans. I don't know who can save the Titans.
Well.
I don't know who can. No, I did not see his statement. Did he just put that out? Did you see that?
Yeah,
Brian?
it's very vanilla.
Like
Thank you
coach
for my
speak?
time. I appreciated it. I love the players. And then at the very end, he said, "Fuck Aaron Rodgers."
I'm going on vacation.
Nothing notable about it.
I wouldn't say ever. Wouldn't say ever. No, they could. They
That's
could have been.
hilarious.
They could have been the best 2 and 3 team.
Yeah, they could be 3-2 very easily, for sure.
If Perna had Mahomes, would he hate the Chiefs less? I think maybe. Well,
I
don't know.
didn't know. I mean, I
hate
hated
the
the
Chiefs.
Chiefs when they had Trent Green. Like, I
Let's
hated
go.
them when they had
Who's the
Elvis
game?
Gerback and Rich Gannon. It's whoever's the biggest threat to my team. I don't care who their quarterback is, and I
Sure.
actually like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I like Andy Reid, but I still hate their guts.
Yeah, he's going on today.
Like, I hate their bowels, all of them.
They're good.
I respect Mahomes.
They're good.
Dude, the Chiefs sent Rich Gannon. They let Rich Gannon go and chose Elvis Gerback back in the day. One of the most hilarious decisions they ever made.
Yeah, I mean, dude, but DK is such a game changer. He can literally change a football game. So I get it. You kind of have to take the good with the bad. So they'll be later today. Yep, they'll be later this year. I got to record them, so I didn't get a chance to record them for GPS. So they'll be out a little bit later today.
Yeah, I gotta write and shoot
Power
power
rankings.
rankings.
Is that what you got coming out today, buddy?
rankings. Huh?
Is that what you got coming out today?
Yeah, got power rankings later.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'll be putting out predictions later this evening. And of course, we'll be back on Friday for another edition of GPS. But folks, we appreciate the heck out of you for joining. Again, we're on podcast too, so you can listen to it with your ear holes.
Yeah, and I
support that.
uploaded Monday.
There you go. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated.
And you reached your destination.
Where?
Springfield.
Mm.